When anyone says VIT, a lot of people hate this particular institute. But the reality is that the computer science branch of this particular college is super famous and thousands of students actually study and graduate from VIT every single year. And many of those students actually end up doing very good. Some of them go for masters and some of them even end up cracking good placements from VIT. VIT is one such college for a JEE aspirant. When all the options are exhausted, VIT is still left as a decent option, and even if your preparation is weak, you can still do decently well in VIT if you follow few things and if you keep few things in your mind. So let's talk about the paper pattern of VIT, as well as how to tackle this paper pattern, as well as what to do in the last few days to maximize our score in VIT EEE. Many students take VIT EEE lightly कि VIT का ही तो exam है, I'll just go and give. But the pattern is very different, as well as the level of questions are very different. So you need to familiarize yourself properly, otherwise exam day में जाके panic situation create हो जाएगी. Now if we talk about the pattern of VIT, in one aspect it is very similar to that of BITSAT, and that is the number of questions. In VIT EEE there are 125 questions. In BITSAT there are 130 questions, and in VIT EEE there are 125 questions. But here's the catch: you get 3 hours in BITSAT, whereas in VIT EEE you get half an hour less. You get 2.5 hours, that is 150 minutes. So your speed needs to be super fast in order to attempt all the questions with good accuracy. The second thing is the marking scheme, which has been changed this year. इसके पहले the paper pattern of VIT EEE used to be very simple: +1 for a correct answer and no negative marking even if you mark a answer incorrectly. But this year it's similar to that of JEE. You get +4 for a correct answer and -1 negative marking if you attempt a question incorrectly. So earlier तुक्का मार के VIT EEE में काम चल जाता था, but from this year there is negative marking, so you'll have to be very careful in attempting a particular question. That makes the total marks of paper equal to 500, and if you're aiming for category 1 computer science at VIT Vellore, then you should at least aim 450 plus marks in VIT EEE. So what to prioritize in the last few days? It's important that you prioritize the important chapters in the last few days and revise those important chapters properly to maximize your marks. VIT EEE is not random like BITSAT. The weightage of chapters is pretty standard. So do all the important chapters of 11th and 12th properly. You'll be easily able to solve 80 to 90% of the questions. Also, the 12th ka portion is more important than that of 11th. So whenever you are revising, make sure that you do the important chapters of 12th first and prioritize those, and then do the 11th ke chapters, because the weightage of 12th is more than that of 11th. Now the next thing is that student ask this question a lot, that is, what is the level of VIT EEE? कैसे questions actually पूछे जाते हैं VIT EEE में? So the answer to this is the questions are very basic. So you have to solve 125 questions in 2.5 hours. So the level of questions is going to be very simple, but they can be asked from any nook and corner of NCERT. So if you ignore those boxes, if you ignore those summary given at the end of each chapter, questions can be framed from those particular parts as well. Questions will be very simple, but they will test your overall coverage and how well you have covered the chapters. So it's important for you to cover all the definitions, concepts as well as formulas properly in the end of a few days. If you have your short notes, very good. Otherwise you can use the revision notes by Phodu.club. They're absolutely free of cost. I'll give the link to those in the description, as well as you can search it on Google. You will find those easily. Read those colorful aesthetic revision notes, take a print out of them and revise all the chapters in the last few days, and you will be sorted. Your revision will be done. Next, and the most important thing, like that of BITSAT in VIT EEE, you get English and logical reasoning as well. There are 10 questions from logical reasoning and 5 questions from English. So 60 ke free ke marks se. Again, you can at least get 50-55 marks in this particular section and boost your marks by a lot. So if you have been practicing English LR for BITSAT, it is going to help you in VIT EEE as well. Now if you have not been practicing and is struggling to find a good resource ki bhai daily mein kaise question solve karu on a regular basis, relevant questions, then you can simply go to the Phodu.club ka dashboard, log in there, and you'll find a section of free daily practice. English and logical reasoning ke 10 questions are updated every single day on a day-to-day basis. Just go there and solve those 10 questions till your exam and see how much familiarized you'll get with English and logical reasoning, and you'll do very well in your actual exam. So if you have been struggling with the resource of English and logical reasoning, this is the best resource, and the best part is it is absolutely for free of cost. So what is the breakdown of each particular subject? There are 40 questions from maths, 35 questions from physics, 35 questions from chemistry, as well as 10 questions from LR and 5 questions from English. This is basically the breakdown, and you'll have to do it in 2.5 hours. Now in an exam like VITEEE, it's very important for you to maintain your speed properly. Speed as well as accuracy similar to that of BITSAT. The level of question, as I said, is very easy, is going to be very standard. If you have solved standard books, if you have solved the coaching material, the level 1 questions of your coaching module, the questions will be very similar to that of those questions. The important part is that do not spend much time on a particular question. If you know the answer, if you know how to do it, just do it. If you don't know, just leave it, just skip it and move ahead. If you spend too much time on a particular question, then you will mess up your whole paper and a lot of pressure will be built upon you. So the golden advice for VITEEE that I want to give you is to leave the questions if you cannot solve it in 50 to 60 seconds. Now in the end card is to familiarize yourself with the speed, to improve your accuracy, as well as to solve English and logical reasoning in a pressure environment. It is very important for you to solve mock tests. Mock tests are the best resource. If you solve just few mock tests, 4 or 5 mock tests before your VITEEE, you will be 100% familiarized with the kind of questions that are asked, the level of questions, as well as time management, exam temperament, and the amount of speed that is required to solve the questions. So you can definitely check out the VITEEE test series by phodu.club. Thousands of students have already used it in the past and it has helped them immensely. What is different in this particular test series is that you get the exact user experience as that of VITEEE, as well as the exact interface as that of VITEEE. So when you go and give VIT ना, तुमको ऐसा नहीं लगेगा कि mock test different है, यहाँ पर चीज़ें different है. Exact same UI UX में you will be giving the mock tests. Exact UI UX एकदम exact जैसा VIT में होने वाले. Similarly you will get in the phodu.club के mock tests. So your practice experience will be very realistic. If you have been a JEE aspirant as well as preparing for an exams like BITSAT and UGEE, you are already well prepared. Just few mock tests दे दोगे तो पैटर्न के साथ में familiarize हो जाओगे and you'll end up doing very well in the final exam. Do not panic, give as many exams as possible, keep as many options open for you as you can, so that at the end when counseling will start, you'll have all the options in front of you and you can choose the best one for you. So keep studying, keep working hard, all the very best, and as always, साथ में फोड़ेंगे.